Well, here's something we haven't done in a while. I'm about to talk about a movie trailer. We got one! Hi, I'm Andre, and I know, man, with the movie theaters closed and movies being delayed, it's been so hard to get any new movie stuff other than a bunch of random rumors and delays and no-shows. But we got a trailer, a brand new trailer for Bill and Ted. Once again, Bill and Ted trying to save the world. But this time by giving us another movie. Bill and Ted Face the Music, the long-awaited third movie in the Bill and Ted Now trilogy, is finally coming out at home. Yeah, while there are some theaters that are out there that are open and drive-ins making a comeback, they are putting it in select movie theaters. But for everyone else, on September 1st, you can watch the movie premium on demand VOD. So there you go. We're at least getting it coming out this year. Some of the other movies are waiting until the theaters open again or pushing back to 2021. So I'm glad that this movie is coming out. So they released a new trailer for it. The trailer looks really cool. I'm excited about the movie. I've been wanting to see this for a while. I need to go back and rewatch the Bill and Ted movies because it's been a while since I've seen them, but I did obviously see both Excellent Adventure and Bogus Journey. Also watch a little bit of the cartoon series. Also watch a little bit of the live action series. Anyone remember the Bill and Ted live action series that they had for a little bit? But in this new one, Bill and Ted, it's years past Bogus Journey. Unfortunately, Bill and Ted are pretty much all washed up. They're playing bad music at weddings. They're having counseling with their wives, which I'm guessing are the princesses. I don't know. It seemed like they were different actors. But either way, things aren't going well for them. But this egg-shaped thing lands in front of Bill and Ted's house, and Kristen Shaw comes out. The moment you hear the voice, you're like, oh, that's Kristen Shaw. The song has to be written to save the future, save the world. We haven't saved the world. Maybe one of us should write a song and save the world now. Get to work. Oh, I'm sorry, they did do that. Imagine all the people. Wow, really? We're gonna go there? But rather than Bill and Ted going and writing the songs themselves, they decided they're gonna try to go to the future, talk to themselves, get the song from themselves, and then bring it back. So you know what that means. Chaos and wacky mishaps and lots of dudes. And by lots of dudes, I mean lots of Bill and Teds. We're gonna get some alternate versions of Bill and Ted in this movie, and a buffed up in jail Bill and Ted, complete with tattoos. I particularly like the SD on Bill's head, representing San Dimas. San Dimas! I'm glad the phone booth is back. I was worried they were gonna get rid of the phone booth completely. So I think, yeah, having the dad still travel through the phone booth is a good idea. But you know, it just would have been kind of a funny thing if there was like an app. You know, I know that's like the most cliche, duh. I'm sure that was on the first draft and someone said, get that lame stuff out of here. You can do better. But when you're gonna give me an egg, then I'm like, I would have been fine with a cell phone. But while the Wild Stallions are looking at alternate versions of themselves and traveling through time in the future, it looks like their daughters are going to be traveling through the past to try to help out finding musicians to create a new song.
A song created by Preston Logan, performed tonight, will save reality as we know it. Oh.
So in this trailer, they have a line that says Preston and Logan will write the song. So I think it's a pretty good guess that it's either going to be the daughters writing the song or Bill and Ted and their daughters working together to make the song. Because they also have Ted's dad come back, and he says in the trailer that they need to set a good example for their daughters. So maybe this is the example that they set, is, you know, making the next generation of Wild Stallions are working together. The daughters totally spot on the daughters of Bill and Ted. Like, they are doing a really great job at that, just from what I see in the trailer. So I'm hoping that carries throughout the whole movie. But what I also like is it looks like, and I'm hoping this is the case, I'm hoping the movie doesn't do it differently, it seems like the dynamic between Bill and Ted and their daughters is actually a nice, friendly one. Like, I love the bit at the end of the trailer when they're like, how you doing? Well, you know, we're dead and we're in hell. Yeah, but how are you doing? And they have that nice embracing hug. Like, I'm hoping that they have the daughters be like really big fans of their dads, wanting them to succeed and not being like, oh, my dad, oh my God, you know, because like that trope's been done so many times, the offspring of someone not liking their time. And especially when you're dealing with something like music, it's definitely easy to be like, oh, your old generation's music, we're now all about this. So I think it would be really nice to have a nice dynamic where the fathers and daughters actually get along. We'll see what happens in the movie. But so far in the trailer, it looks like that's the case, and I like that. I also like that Death is back. Oh my gosh. So one of the best parts, obviously one of the highlights of Bill and Ted's Bogus Journey was Death. So I'm so glad that we get the return of Death in this. That's just so cool. I'm so happy about that. Obviously we don't get George Carlin back. Rufus, it would have been so great for him to still be around and be a part of this. If there's some way that they give some nice tribute in the movie to Rufus, some special shout out, that would be really cool. The only thing, look, I know this is gonna sound really weird, and I know people are gonna be like, oh, Andre, there you go, bringing up race. But Clarence Clemens, who was part of the E Street Band, he was the guy, you remember when they went, in the first movie, they went to the future and they saw the important people at the top and they were doing the whole, and Clarence Clemens, the black dude with the cool hair, was up front, right? And he's passed away, unfortunately. But I just thought, you know, it would have been nice not to have someone play him, but to have like another character like him, you know. I know it's silly, but like back in the 80s, you just got happy with whatever black character you could get. And so when I saw that he was like one of the most important people in the world, right front and center, I was like, oh, that's pretty cool. So it just would have been nice if that would have happened with this movie. I mean, I've seen that actress before. I'm blanking on the name right now, but you know, for some reason all I can think of is George of the Jungle. But she's really good. That just would have been nice, that's all. I'll still see the movie. I just want the black important dude in the middle. The trailer looks fun. It looks like a fun movie. Do not take this as an insult, but I think it's going to be good to put this out on VOD. I think trying to wait and put this out in theaters is probably not the best approach for this, because when those theaters open, it's gonna get crazy. Like, you're gonna have to deal with all the big 2020 movies, figuring out where they're gonna go, and then with the 2021 movies, it's gonna be the whole thing of like, do you keep those dates and then pile these 2020 movies around them? Do you have to push things back? It's gonna be very competitive. So I could see a movie like this that maybe would have done pretty well now, maybe get lost in the sea of every other movie that's gonna try to come out later on. So I think putting it out on VOD when people are hungry for more entertainment to watch at home, and particularly one with Bill and Ted hitting that nostalgia, wanting to see this movie for so long, I think this is the right approach. I'm definitely gonna watch it at home. You know, I think it's a good idea to do it this way. So I'm just glad it's coming out. I'm glad that it's not gonna get delayed any further, that we're gonna actually get it, because it looks interesting to me. Excellent! And hopefully this movie teaches us what we all probably need to learn right now, what we all probably need right now to know, and that is to be excellent to each other and party on, dudes, even though we have to party at a social distance. So let me know if you're going to see Bill and Ted Face the Music. Are you gonna watch it at home, or are you gonna actually try to find a theater or a drive-in to see it in? Let me know if you're excited about this. And if you're asking yourself, Andre, but what about the Xbox Games Conference? Are you gonna make a video about that? I actually did on my new channel. Yeah, I have a new channel. I created a new channel in 2020. What is wrong with me? But I did it, Black Nerd Games, and the video reacting to the Xbox Game Showcase Live is all there. So you got 2 Andre videos in one day. I hope that makes up for all the weeks of no videos you had before all this. Look, man, I was going through emotions just like you were during all this, okay? I love you like a play cousin. I'm Audi 5000. Be excellent to each other. Party on, dudes.